So John, thanks very much for joining us here this afternoon at the One-to-One Conference.
Welcome, Julian.
Perhaps you could just give us an introduction to the company.
Sure. I haven't been involved a lot in Papua New Guinea before, but we do know that Papua New Guinea and the other side in West Irian is the host of the New Guinea Mobile Belt. There have been 8 major discoveries there, world-class copper-gold porphyries with an average gold content of 25 million ounces. So we're looking at elephant country. We think that less than 15% of that whole zone has been explored using modern geophysical techniques. By and large, people have attempted to translate desert prospecting methods into the very harsh terrain of PNG, rainfall of up to 4 metres per annum, terrain that can vary thousands of feet in a matter of 10 kilometres, and largely heavily forested with big hardwood trees, softwood trees, and just out-and-out jungle. So what we want to do is to basically fly the whole lot using what we think is the best, most modern geophysical tool available, which is ZTEM, Geotech ZTEM. They were the group who developed VTEM, which is obviously a gold standard in the industry. VTEM is very useful, but ZTEM has the ability to pick up dispersed mineralisation, which VTEM does not, at least at this stage. So that's the exploration approach we want to use. We have 2 million acres of ground. We are now Papua New Guinea's biggest landholder. We haven't been able to find anybody else with the same acreage under one roof. Moreover, at 100% ownership level.
So tell us a bit about the team that you've assembled at Gryphon.
Sure. I've had about 40 years experience in a mix of mineral exploration and petroleum exploration, development and production. My last company, Central Petroleum, operated 70 million acres, which raises a few eyebrows, but nonetheless it's true. Because I put the ground together in a counter-cyclical strategy when oil was trading at $12 a barrel. We managed to get into Papua New Guinea, I think, early enough. Gold was starting to move up, but there was still a lot of ground available. And having the benefit of local directors on our board now, but local people who were professional geologists and mining engineers, we were able to home in very quickly on some highly prospective ground.
And who else have you got as well in your team?
Sure, Julian. Look, the most recent addition to the board is Alan Davies, who until recently was the CEO of the Minerals and Energy Division on a global basis for Rio Tinto. And I was somewhat surprised when he agreed to join the board. He's a very high caliber person with a vast amount of experience in startup projects, bringing them on to full production around the world. And the reason why he joined, basically, in a nutshell, was because he recognised the prospectivity of the ground, the big acreage position that we had, and the fact that this is in the middle of probably the most prospective porphyry copper gold belt in the world.
And just looking forwards over the next 12 months, if you could talk us through the funding strategy and what you expect to achieve in terms of the surveying.
What we're looking for now is pre-IPO funding. We've spent about $1.5 million in work, if you want, accumulated fees and salaries, which were converted into stock, and about $500,000 in cash. We're looking for another $2.5 million at the moment. We intend to fly some preliminary ZTEM and ultramag surveys over certain portions of the area. I haven't mentioned ultramag, but it's a new suite of technologies developed using drone-based LiDAR, drone-based aeromag, and deep ground penetrating radar. So in some smaller parts of the area, we'll aim to use both of those technologies, i.e. the ZTEM and the ultramag technologies, prior to launching into the full-scale program covering the whole 8,000 square kilometres.
Well, John, thank you very much for your time today, and best of luck in what's a very exciting area.
Most welcome, Julian.